and I have a live for you tonight. Kind of getting back in the routine. You're probably going to hear Linus crying in the background. He's a little upset because I just came in from outside. And I'm actually a little warm in my scrap room because it's one of the last rooms in my new apartment. And my air conditioner is all the way in the living room, as they often are in an apartment. Oh, he definitely is making himself known. I'll give him a little pet. Hopefully he'll settle down here. So I think I'm going to drop my camera just a little for you. Hopefully that'll be okay. You don't need to see, like, my stomach when we're scrapbooking. Okay. I think that's good. Let me just check. There's my finger. Actually, back up a little bit. Sorry. I will get this adjusted. I was recording some regular videos last weekend because that video recording process has started again, which is exciting. So, all right. Looks like we're okay. I'll reach down and give Linus a little bit of a pet here because he's upset. So this is a photograph of M number 3 here, and we're going to scrapbook her today. And this photo is from the beginning of April, and oh my gosh, she just keeps getting cuter. My daughter-in-law does such a great job with like her clothes, and she's a girly girl. It's so funny, even though she has 3 brothers, she's very girly. So that's cool. So I might need to play a little bit with what I'm using here. We'll see. But I had a collection in mind, and I knew I had a spring collection that I thought had like rain boots or umbrellas. And so this is old. It's Spring in My Garden from Photo Play. Just trying to see if it says the year. It doesn't have the year on this. I'm going to look and see if it has it on some of the papers. No, but this is older. And I saw, look at this. Look at this paper. This is so cute. I think I have to use this. This is the Bloom paper from the Spring in My Garden collection. It has the cutouts on the back, but oh my gosh. You just have to definitely use this one. And we'll figure out how. It's going to be a busy background, but I think that's okay. We'll figure it out. And there's not a lot of pink in here. She is wearing pink with her cute little boots, which is what kind of prompted my idea to use this. But I do also have the layered stickers, and I have the cardstock die cuts, which has boots. I'm going to grab these, kind of pull them out. I'll pop them over here. But one of the things I definitely want to use somehow is this puddle jumping, because that, let me put it down here. It's a little harder to see, but that was a big thing about this little, this whole photograph is that she was puddle jumping. There's a little spring, so I'm just going to go through these die cuts and think, kind of like see if there's things that I like or love about this. There's this cute little frame which I could use for journaling. Let's see. April showers bring me flowers, which would be good because this is an April photo. So I think that would be awesome as well. Just double checking. It says cheers to sunshine here. Spring has sprung. In my neck of the woods, spring really kind of starts in April. We can still get snow. A couple of years ago, we had a really major snowstorm just on the last day of April, or one of the last days of April, last weekend of April for sure. So let's see. That green might not work as well because of the major colors of the blue in here. So lots of good stuff to pick, like April showers. That would be really good. So April showers, April showers. So we'll work some of this stuff in. Definitely the umbrella I want to get in here because that totally makes sense. So as I often do when I'm going to use things, I'm going to pop that umbrella just to the side here so that I don't forget to use it. Otherwise I might. And I should grab this April showers sticker too as well. So hey Cynthia, good to see you. I'm great. Seriously great. I had a lot of time last weekend to get a lot of new apartment figured out. So the only thing I really need to do now is put up some of the photographs in my scrapbook room, which I'm hoping to finish on Sunday of this week. And if I do that, then I'll be ready in the next week or so to do a room tour of my new room. So just because it's so much smaller than my old room. So I think it'll be fun to kind of see what happened and how I rearranged things for that. So the cool part about it is with the change in my room, you know, I made things smaller, and maybe when I do the room tour, I'll walk you through a little bit of my apartment so you can see how I do my scrapbooks as well. But I finally last weekend got some time to rearrange my paper envelopes. So I knew when I saw this picture, I knew I really wanted to use this collection. I didn't remember the name of it, but I was able to actually just walk to my paper folders on my shelf, and I was able to actually just pull what I needed. So that felt really good. And that's really true. I was sitting outside before I came in to do the live and just reading a little bit. And I just thought I am really happy. And I think a lot of it is obviously the new place and that kind of thing. But I finally gotten to the point in my new apartment where everything is pretty much put away. Everything is pretty much hung. Like I said, I need to do my scrapbook room. I want to run through everything one more time and get stuff donated because I know there are things that I still want to donate. And I still need a new shower curtain from my bathroom, which hopefully will be here tomorrow. That's been a little bit of a fiasco, but mostly I am ready to go. So I'm just super excited. It's just such a great adventure and neat time in my life. So kind of cool. And I'll share some of that with you guys as I go. All right, so let's look at this. So M number 3 here. I could use some green here. That's a lot of pattern here. I'm going to pull those just to the side. I obviously need something to set her off. Some sort of pink or red would be good. And in this collection, that means that, which I think is more distracting. Or I would flip the leaves. But that would mean this, which I think is okay. There is, if I use this Think Spring, which I think I would do because of the pink in her little owl shirt there, I could pull in some pink from somewhere else. And I might do that. I have a whole... You guys know I organize my collections within these Cropper Hopper paper envelopes. And sometimes they're small like this. Hopefully you guys can see that. And sometimes they're larger with pockets. This one is small. That'll be a challenge for me, won't it? This is the other side of this paper. I think I'm going to have plenty to do, so I don't think I need to use that. I like to keep my stickers in the front of the envelopes. So let me just kind of go. I think this collection is towards the back. I did, by the way, get my printer is finally set up on my Wi-Fi network. I'm going to do a big order of photos and probably have them printed. I usually just print at Walmart. I think I'm going to do that tonight when we're done, and then I'll have new photos. But I printed this one and a second one just in case. I was tired of scrapbooking my old stuff, like my winter photos and that kind of stuff. Hey, Tammy, good to see you. So I printed at home. I don't normally do that anymore. Now I usually tend to send them somewhere to be printed because it's expensive to print it at home. So I think I need to look for some pink for our lovely M number 1 here. This might be too busy for me, depending on what happens. But also, I could border in that color, and maybe that'll ground this paper. So a lot of times what, when I have a paper like this that bleeds off the edge, oftentimes I like another paper underneath it to kind of ground it so that you see it ending. And I might even try white here. One of the good things about being in a smaller room is I don't have that far to go. I'm like 4 feet from you guys right now. Well, 4 feet from my camera, which is you guys right now. Maybe I could just do white and give it a little grounding. Not my favorite. I tend to like to ground in color, so I think it'd be cool to pull that blue in. So let me grab cardstock and see if I can find a cardstock I like in that color. It's kind of an aqua color. It's an interesting color. So here's my aquas. It's very kind of aged looking, and I don't think I have anything in that. So in this particular case, I have pattern papers and cardstock on the same shelf. And this is my, lots of ums tonight, sorry guys. This is my faux solid papers. Now that I don't mind, that would be okay. It's a little bit off. This is a little more green than that, but it's not horrible. See, there's this one too. So does this make it any better? Actually, I like this because I think it's a little bit more distracting. And the dots would be cute for Miss number 4. So the fun thing is with my grandkids and stepkids this week is they are on vacation. So, well, actually they're back now, but they were on vacation for the last week or so. So Grandma's been getting a lot of text with photographs because my daughter-in-law knows me. Okay, I'm thinking I like this to ground better. You see that? It's not exactly the color. It's still a little bit not quite as green, but I think it's more this blue right here. And I think I just like this. This is a little bit lighter. I just think this does a better ground. And then this has some scratches on the paper. This is a basil paper. I don't know what it is, but it's a basil paper. So I think that would be good to do. So let me just put this back, my little stack here. I am throwing papers because you know I like to do that, right? But that was a big stack of papers to throw in a smaller room. All right, so that I like. I still have not solved the what do I do to mat that photo, but I think what I'll do first is I'm just going to do our little rain cloud and flower paper here. I'm going to cut it to 11¼ inches. That is one of my favorite measurements for squares when I ground them. I just like the reveal on both sides. Again, this is the Photo Play Spring in My Garden Bloom paper. And then I'm going to go through and grab my Memento Dewdrop ink and gray flannel. It'll give this paper a place to end, if that makes any sense. It'll give it an edge. I do like it when it bleeds off like this, but I also like it to have something to contain it. And that's just a personal preference. But there's a, Tammy, I think you talked about inking that kind of stuff at one point, but this is a good place to use it. And I'm probably going to use, well, I was going to say I'm probably going to use things from the same collection, but that's not really true because we have basil cardstock, we have Photo Play paper right now, and I need some sort of pinky color. Pinky, red, something like that. And I think I like the idea of that instead of a green. Now that's okay, like to give her a place to stand on. I'll flip this, by the way, too. So I'm going to grab my pinks first. There is no, let me show you on this strip. So there's a kind of bright pink here in that flower. Should make sure you can see that. Actually, let me do this. Now I can see that. You guys can see that. So there's a bright pink there. There's some reds. She's wearing a light pink, which I won't do, but let me grab my pinks and see what I can find in there. So I'm going to grab my pink faux solids first. And then I do have pink cardstock. And heck, I used some cardstock tonight already. Woohoo! That's kind of a big deal for me, right? And then I also can look at this. So this is a good thing to do when you're kind of looking at things, because the pinks here are almost a little corally, which, ooh, I really like this. So look at this laid up against this. That's almost perfect, which means look at how nice that blends with that. So sometimes if you can't pull it from the, it's hard to see what the colors are like this because they're pretty small. If you had a stripe, you'd see it better. You can also use a sticker sheet, die cuts, that kind of stuff to help you out with that. Hey, Harmony, howdy to you. You missed Linus before. He was in here crying when I first started because he hasn't seen much of me today, so he's not very happy. Poor boy. Oh, and I just looked at the back side of this was some kind of, oh, I was going to say some kind of awesome rainbow. This is the cut apart that has a rainbow on it. That's right. Okay, so let's do a photo mat for her. I'm going to cut the this piece off of here to see if I like this together. So this is, again, the Spring in My Garden. This is the Grow paper. So we'll do that, and that's appropriate for Miss M number 3. I cannot, so she turned 3 in March, and I was just looking back at some pictures of her, and I cannot believe how much she's grown. She's gone from being a baby to a little girl, so a toddler. It's amazing. Amazing. And I don't know why, obviously I have grandsons, so I've seen it before, but not quite in the way I have with her. So I think what I'm going to do with this is we'll center it about there. Have not decided how far across this will go. It's probably, I think this one, if I use this green paper, I'll cut it to fit within this square, but we'll see. That's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, he's upset, that poor boy. And then normally when I'm outside, they can kind of, like my door is open, but it's hot here. I know for some of you, it was almost 90. I think actually, I'm sorry, it was 90 today. We tied a record for the day, and it's warm. And this is early for us to be that warm. Okay, so liking that. Not sure I'm liking this, but I think maybe it needs something for this edge. So I'm going to cut it. Oops. And I don't want to forget these guys over here because this is all the stuff I'm thinking about using. I think what I'll do is cut it at that 11 1/4 inch here. And then that will keep it contained within the cardstock square. And then maybe what I need is some sort of tape or something solid colored there. Okay. Of course. Yay, you guys get to watch me change my ATG. So, big thing with ATG, if you have one and you have problems with your tape traveling across this, save your inner circle, from your old roll, and I'll show you what you do with that, because that's important. And that was a tip, I don't know, that I saw years ago, and it's made all the difference. So not so bad, but funny. Okay, so there's my old roll. I'm going to toss the other one. You can save either, it doesn't matter. tape change. Just whip it around here, pop it in your guides. I do from time to time clean this because this gets gunky a lot, and there's gunk up here. There's gunk all over. So I do clean my ATG from time to time. I need a little bit more space in my roll here. So just pop it in there. At least I think this is how you do it. I'm going to wind it around a little bit, and then you take your roll and you put it on top of the on the new roll, in exactly the same space. Put your piece on, but when you do this, your ATG tape won't travel across your roll. So, all right. So there's a little hint for you tonight. That like saved my life. Well, not saved my life. That's a little dramatic, but it was awesome. It was an awesome tip. Okay, so I think I need some sort of border up here. And I'm not quite sure what color that border is going to be. So I'll take out, actually, let me do some of this. Let's figure some of this out. She's wearing boots. I think this little, and I want to call this, I was going to call it puddle jumper, but because this says puddle jumping, I might actually just leave it as it is. Or I could put it up here too. But I think if I put it up here, I lose that. So I think we'll do that. I want to do this piece, this umbrella. So, and it kind of the handle's here. So it tells me it needs to go probably on that side. Let me grab some of my wax paper there. So I'm thinking somewhere up there. I love this April showers piece. So I could pull this in like this, kind of like that, because this is April again. Also could maybe go here. So that needs to go on a piece so I can play around with it as well. Just thought about that it could go here as well. We have this way to spring die cut. And again, this is all the photo play spring in my garden. Now then I have this April showers bring May flowers. I have words, words, words. That's too many words for me. Plus that's a repeat of the umbrella. So I think I'm gonna let this one go. I do have this think spring. I'm not feeling this one so much. Could do it down there, maybe. The other thing I do need is I need some sort of journaling piece. This one is a repeat of this. I don't, because I'm thinking about maybe putting a journaling piece up here, maybe. But don't love that. And so here's a reason that I might want to try the branding strip from the paint. Oh, that's a good idea. Except I cut it in half. Although, maybe we'll try that, Kristen. That's a good idea. I cut it in half, but that's okay because I can hide it. So we'll do that in just a second. So I'm thinking, I don't like this up here. This, so triangle of 3, and there's a reason you do the triangle of 3 is because it contains your photo in them. I do have 4 here, which I think would be okay. We'll play with it a little bit and see what we think. So let's take Kristen's suggestion of the branding strip. Excellent idea, Kristen. And actually, I was going to do it on my Creative Memories. I used that to trim my photo, but I just found a random cloud hanging out, which I could use on this because I could use more stickers here. I was going to try that Creative Memories trimmer, and it was not working all that well. So whatever I do here is okay because you won't see it, much of it for the most part. Much of it for the most part. Try this. It's kind of bold. Kind of bold, but I like the color and I like how it focuses it a little bit more. Thanks, Harmony, or thanks, Kristen. Yeah, I tend to like photo mats. So I actually really think I like this, but I also think that needs to come out then because I think it's getting too busy. And now, you know, this is going in their family album, so I could just, what I'm thinking is I don't have to journal a lot here. I wasn't there. There's no big story here other than the fact that she's puddle jumping. I think we're going to use this. There's the thing I like about this piece here. Oops. And my ATG is being sassy. There's a lot of, I want to say, frilliness to the papers, like this and that, but I like the boldness of this diagonal stripe. I tend to like a good diagonal stripe anyway. Eek. All right, it's being sassy. There we go, that's better. And I am making my stripes go this way. The bold stripe is heading towards the left because she's looking towards the left. And I'm just going to follow the top of that the top of the green paper. That makes my life really simple. Do that and this. Now, I'm still thinking I might want to simplify this a little bit still. And bring this April showers back up in here again. Kind of like that. And I could pop this up as well. Plus bold paper links to her photo. That's a good, yeah. Yeah, I tend to, when I do this where I have two papers like this, I usually like some sort of separation. And that's just, it really, seriously, just a personal preference, you guys. It's not, I don't think there's a right or wrong there. I think it just is the way I like to see things. Okay, so I'm going to use again, my honors English teacher from college would be rolling over in her grave. I don't mean to be mean or disrespectful, but I think she was 100 when I had her back in 1982. So, and I just threw out my age there. Anyway, I say that all the time when I use not great English. Okay, so I think I like that. You can tell it's an umbrella. That's kind of fun. Kind of, see? There's that my poor. Okay, so Harmony's saying too that she likes to do the same thing. So the other thing I think that this does a nice job of, don't necessarily love all that reveal there, but if you put this over the top of that sticker, look at what that does. And now that I think about it, I do need to ink some edges here because I inked the edge of that paper. I did not ink that. Might come back and try to do it. We'll see. I don't think it has to have it. This one I was stopping the edge there. I think I'll ink this as well. That's blending a lot. Probably should do some enamel dots here too. And maybe look at the stickers to see if there's anything else I want to add in this. I think this background paper is busy enough though that I don't need to add a ton. Okay, let's ink this too. Cynthia graduated in 83. Kristen, you graduated in 82 from high school? That was my graduation year as well too. That's awesome. And Cynthia from high school for you too? Okay, awesome. Very cool. I was working with a new client on Wednesday, and he's the husband of one of my clients. But I happened to mention that I was 57, and which that's weird for me. Oh, Kristen, 82 and finally through. So true. But anyway, I happened to mention that I was 57 and had 4 grandchildren, and I thought the poor man was gonna like drop his jaw on the table. Like, he told me I looked 30. I personally think I do. I think he like needed his glasses adjusted. I don't look 30. I do look in my 40s though. On a good day. Oh, I'm okay with my age. Oh, Harmony. Oh, my Lord. Harmony said she was born in 1980. Oh, that's awesome, though. In all seriousness. Oh, that's too funny. You can whisper that. I don't feel my age, so that's okay. Just trying to play around with where I want this puddle jumping, because that is going to... and you know how I hate these little... I don't like speech bubbles. They drive me crazy. I'm taking the speech bubble piece away. Jackie's daughter was born in 1980. I probably shouldn't have had kids born in 1980 since I was a sophomore in high school. It happens. I get it. But anyway. Okay. So we got the April showers going there. Kind of like this, but let's look at this piece here and see if there's anything I want to add here. Oh, there's the clouds here. So that might be kind of fun. Now, here's the thing. If I add it here, trapped space. If I move it to here, no trapped space. Okay, I think we kind of know where Miss M number 3 is going here. So let's get this kind of glued down. Sort of. I probably won't tuck anything with this, but just in case. Okay, so this, that. I'm just laughing at the... Thanks, Harmony. Harmony's saying she likes the April showers on the umbrella, and Jackie is saying that that the 1980 makes her a tired 65. So, and then Harmony said twinsies to Jackie about her about being born in 80. And then, because when you do this, you can't necessarily see all the comments. And then Cynthia said she loves it. We are all friends. And isn't that the truth? I mean, that's the coolest part about this hobby, is look at all the friends we have and all sorts of different ages and living in different places, including different countries. I love the whole deal. It's one of the things I love about this hobby so much, is how it brings people together, and how it really has brought people together in the last year especially. So Victoria Marie has a scrapbook weekend going on this weekend, and I'm missing it. I've missed it the last 2 or 3 just with the whole moving thing. I can hardly wait till I can get back to it. Although that boyfriend of mine's a little distracting. Okay, so I'm playing with this a little bit because of where the puddle here is, because I want, I'm going to do something a little sneaky here. If I do this, I have that little piece sticking out. So let's cut it. Let's see. Harmony says, internet scrappy friends for the win. And Annette says hey, welcome, Annette. I'm so glad you outed yourself and are commenting. She says she's doesn't know anybody, but she's 61, and she thanks so much for that comment about my scrapbooking. Oh, join us. We're kind of crazy. We have a little fun on usually on Friday nights, but that distracting boyfriend, as Harmony just said, it's not always Friday nights anymore. Next week, by the way, since you're all here, I know it will not be Friday night, and it really does not have anything to do with the distracting boyfriend. So I have some plans with other friends, because I do have other friends, seriously. Anyway, yeah. I was trying to print photos of us tonight so that you guys could meet him, but everything I had of us required multiple photos, and I wasn't ready to do the like a double page layout. So anyway, and that also says that she's from Spokane, Washington. So how cool. Oh, and oh, neat. And Jackie and Annette both live in Washington State. So that's very cool. I have been in a little bit of Seattle, not much, but I definitely need to do that. And so I have been in 48 out of the 50 states. And Cynthia, this is awful, but one of them is Oregon that I've not been in. So Oregon and Idaho. So, oh, and Harmony has lived in Oregon too. So definitely a big thing on my bucket list. I think I'm going to Disney. Right now plans are Disney next year with my grandkids and stepkids. And then after that, a really close friend and I are going to do a trip to Washington and Oregon to do a trip that you guys remember I lost my best friend 2 years ago. Well, about a year and a half ago. We were going to do a trip to Washington and Oregon. So another one of our friends and me are going to go. So I know I want to go to Oregon so badly. So, oh, Julie, look at all these people from Oregon. Julie too. Yeah, I really need to get there because I hear how beautiful it is. So I think we're gonna. Our plan was to fly into Seattle and then drive down the coast and fly out of Portland, and whatever to make that happen. So, and spend some time in Oregon as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread that friend's ashes somewhere because she really wanted to see some. She had been in parts of Oregon, but really wanted to see more of it. So anyway. Ooh, the train ride from Chicago to Washington. That's cool. I have done the train from Chicago to Colorado. I will tell you, unfortunately, I think the way to do that is with the sleeping berth. I was a lot younger, like high school younger. And I didn't sleep. So definitely sleeping berth. Okay. This way to spring. I'm thinking this needs to be raised up. I don't know that I want to do, this sheet has a lot of like little things that I could do. I could do flowers and that kind of stuff, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to leave a lot of that background the way it is. So Harmony did a U-Haul from Tennessee to Oregon. Yeah, that sounds crazy. And Regina was born in Oregon. Isn't that how cool, you guys? So Harmony said bittersweet. Yeah, that will be a very bittersweet trip. I'm sure the friend and I that are going to the friend and that I'm going to go with, it is going to be really hard on us because we were very, very close to that friend, both of us. She was like, I'd known her longer because I knew her since high school, but she was as close to her as I was, and so it's gonna be a tough trip, but a good trip as well. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing Oregon, and then for me, Idaho is the other state I've not been in. I keep saying I got the hard ones. I did Hawaii years ago, right after I graduated from college. So. Ooh, Kristen worked flights out of Seattle. Oh, that's cool. Well, that sounds like fun, first of all. Okay, so I'm going to use, these are the dots, and they're matte dots, which they're not my favorite, that go with the Spring in My Garden collection. So let's get rid of some of these because they're not my favorite. I could hit Idaho in the same trip, but I'm thinking that I really want to do that separately. I did think about that in all seriousness that we could, but I think I'm going to try to wait on going to try to wait on that. So, trying to figure out what we're going to do for placement here. Let's do that one there. I want to see Coeur d'Alene. So Harmony just said she's been to all the eastern states except for Vermont, the one where her dad is from, which is funny. Okay, guess what, guys? I only have 2 of these left. So I got this one way under here. This one is going to just get 2 dots. If this one would stick. And somehow I got a yellow dot over here. I could change it so I have 3 in each, but I'm not going to worry about it. You know, like I could put more of these. I'm just going to use, oh, this is the one of the things, for some reason, I don't like about these dots. They don't stick very well. So I'll probably have to go back when we're all done and add some adhesive to these guys. I'll just grab my quick dry and do that. Okay, this guy here. And then what I'm probably going to do is just date this. So let's just date it. Right here. We'll just leave that. All right, that's really all the journaling this needs. There's no story here other than it's a cute picture of my curly-haired. So these are not eyelet outlets. These are from the Photo Play Spring in My Garden collection. But yes, I do have some of the eyelet outlet ones as well. But I'm seeing right now, even with the big ones, I'm going to have to go back and add a little. So I have my quick dry in a fine line bottle, so that it's simple just to add things. These are sliding all over the place. So we'll just talk as I do this, right? So I love the East Coast. Well, I love the East Coast. I love the Rockies. I love the West Coast. If you had to ask me where my favorite place is in the U.S., I don't know if I could tell you. In all seriousness. My sister and her family are going to Asheville for for Thanksgiving, and I want to steal time. She wasn't sure if her 2 boys' families were going to be able to go, and when they first made the reservation, COVID was kind of a little rampant yet. I told her, I said, well, if they can't go, I'll be happy to join you and my brother-in-law. We get along really well. It's just because they were going to Asheville, and it's one of my favorite places. But Kristen said she adds a little bit of glue to hers as well. These are the only ones I tend to add it to, but these things, they're not sticking at all. It's like they don't have adhesive on them at all. And if I don't do this now, I'm going to lose one of them while it's sitting over next to me. So my 2 favorite cities in the U.S., I think, are Boston and San Francisco, if we're talking big cities. And my mom and I were talking about this because her two favorites are the same. And I've said that I think San Francisco is kind of a West Coast version of Boston because it has a lot of great like ethnic neighborhoods, and I know something about both being on the water. Those are my favorite big cities. I have other stuff other places I like better. So, all right. Oh, I love Tennessee too. Harmony, one of my aunt and uncle lived in Tennessee. Oh, look it, guys. I found, oh, this is the yellow one. See? So, Kristen loves Chicago. I do love Chicago as well, and I live not too far from Chicago. I'm maybe 2 hours at the most from Chicago. And I go there. I used to actually have a membership to the art museum there, and would go down frequently. And then I got older and didn't do that quite so much. But I was just talking about that with boyfriend, that we need to get to an art museum because he doesn't see that. He doesn't understand that side of me yet. So, anyway. All right. Here we go. Here's the first one. Oh, Julie said she was born in San Francisco. How cool is that? So there's the first layout. All done. I really like it. I love the fact that I got to use boots. The title of this is going to be Puddle Jumping, not April Showers. Just because, like, I think I titled it Puddle Jumper. I'll sometimes do that on my stuff too. So, oh, Kristen, that's awesome. I live just a little, not too far north of you. I live a little bit west of Milwaukee. So, and I do know where Elgin is. I used to work for Carson Peary Scott back in the day. So I know lots of stuff about Illinois. Okay, so I'm just going to put this stuff away. I have all these die cuts that I want to put away as well. So Kristen and I are neighbors. That's awesome. All right. We'll get those put away. And then I have a really funny layout, a photo of M number 2. Thanks, you guys, for all the love about this layout. I was missing, because I've been scrapbooking I had a lot of like winter photos. That's kind of what was left. And I kind of totally missed spring because I was packing and that kind of stuff. So I really wanted to scrapbook spring or summer or something. So that's kind of what inspired this layout. So that's that one. They're going to be 2 very different layouts tonight because I'm looking, 7:30 we're going to do another one. All right, so that's that one. And then drum roll. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this properly. Not really a drum roll. This is Batman. So that is M number 2. And we were at his older brother's soccer game, and he was wearing this zip up with a hoodie. And I asked him if he could please put it back up. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second before we tell the rest of this. Kristen, I know Beloit fairly well. I'm actually from a town, and I was living in a town that's less than an hour away from Beloit, so kind of cool. Anyway, so he had this hoodie, and I said, hey, M number 2, his real name though, can you put that up for Grandma? And oh my gosh, he kept that on for a while. It made me laugh, and I thought, oh, to be a kid, oh, to be a 5-year-old, when you can run around in a Batman, hoodie, the hood up, dressed as Batman, and life is good. So it made me just totally laugh. I love this picture of him. So we're gonna grab the boy stuff. And I don't know if I have any like superhero stickers or anything like that. So I'm going to look and see if I do. This Watch Me would be good. I bought a packet Tuesday morning of, I have 3 grandsons and 2 great nephews. Sorry, youngest great nephew. I'm not used to that yet. Anyway, so I have lots of boys to scrapbook. So I thought stickers would be good because it would help me do that. So this Boys Will Be Boys is cute. Lots of dinosaurs and stuff like that. And kind of a little Castle Harry Potter theme. Okay, so there's that. But I also have this sticker book from Echo Park. I don't know that this is... Oh, here's a little superhero right here. Here we go. So maybe we'll use this Watch Me, but I think we're going to use these Echo Park stickers here. This is the All Boy collection, and they made this sticker book for $9.99, and they misprinted. I don't think this is, yeah, they misprinted the first sheet, and so I texted scrapbook.com, and they sent me a whole nother book, and I didn't have to send the one back. So that was pretty awesome. So let's see if we can get some papers that I like for Batman here. I think I used this last week. I should be using some gold and yellow. That would, and black, I should say. That's kind of fun. That's not exactly Batman, but that's Batman in Kelly's world. So. Oh, Kristen. Oh, those are great ages. So her kids are 6, 4, and 9. And Harmony is wearing a pushing hoodie. It has cat ears and a tail. I think I know what that character is now that you say that. That's awesome, Harmony. Oh, okay. This totally has to go on. Boys are just superheroes in disguise. How cute is that? I wonder if I have any. I thought I had stickers for, this is from a Simple Stories collection. Thought I had stickers or something left from that collection. Just want to make sure I don't have any things left. Here we go. That's what I was thinking of. Harmony, you just make me laugh every time you're here. Some cool dude stickers. So this is, I'm just pulling out stuff out of my one of my boy files here. So I definitely think we have enough to go with. So let's see what we can do here. We can use this, I want to use that superhero character, one of these two for sure, and maybe this, the My Hero Boom Wow, that would be good. Hello, I'm awesome. So this will be fun, and then we'll see what we can supplement from these other sticker books and that kind of stuff. Harmony said the calendar says she's 41, but she's really 12. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I'm 57, and I don't know. If you ask my grandkids, there are many times when I'm like 6, that kind of stuff. One of the reasons I'm looking forward to going to Disney with them so much. Okay, just looking through these Simple Story stickers to see. There is a My Cape is in the Wash, but the thing is he has the Batman thing on, so that's not really... I do like this cool dude sticker, so let's see what we get from this stuff. But definitely this has to go on this page. And I might cut it out actually with like still with a little, so I cut the 4x6, but I'm thinking I might cut this with a little border. We'll do the black, and then Batman is yellow, so I could grab some yellow. Let me do that. Oh, my paper trays got arranged a little bit differently when I put them together. Not a ton, but the yellow is not where the yellow used to sit. So that's interesting. So let me see what we can do. I do kind of like that. That's not quite the yellow that Batman is, but that might work. I like the kind of the boom, you know, that boom wow thing. I kind of like that idea. I like that. Oh yeah, that's a cute idea that I don't grow up, it's a trap. I have used that on some of their layouts before. That actually, considering what we were talking about before, that might be a good piece to use. And I think I will write him a little note about how awesome he is at this age. And he is really awesome. I know I'm his grandma, but he's just so much fun. So I am flipping through, you guys can kind of see this, my yellows, to see if there's anything else that I can use. I think this might be it. That one has a more acidy green color to it, but I don't believe I have any papers that exist in that kind of color. This is probably the closest, but I think it's not appropriate. So, all right, I think we're just going to use that somehow. Yeah, it is a great age because they're still so sweet and innocent, but they're still so awesome. Okay, so I could double this like this. So I'm going to cut this, actually, just take this to my, I don't even need to take it to my trimmer, do I? All I need to do is grab my scissors wherever that landed. And now we have 2 pieces here. I'm just going to cut that off and see what happens, if I like it or not. I should tell you what these papers are. I will in just a second. So the yellow is one of my favorite collections. Pebble's Happy Hooray Make-A-Wish paper. So it's really a birthday collection, but it's a great, that yellow is just, that yellow is cool for anything. This is Simple Stories Little Dude Hear Me Roar. This collection is from 2018. The Pebbles collection is probably about the same age. Just so you know, because I'm not using anything that new right now. I think this collection is, it doesn't, oh, 2017, so. All right, totally loving that. Just big yellow paper across. Harmony, that was a secret that you just revealed. Harmony noticed that I had a lot of Chamel's Wish paper. You know why I have a lot of Chamel's Wish paper? It's a great yellow. That's why. Darn it! I hate it when you guys see my secrets. But yes, definitely I love that paper. So it's over on the floor now. I'm not going to try to find it again, but yes, I love that. Okay. So toying, because when I use the yellow and I was going to use this, but I think I won't now. Maybe we'll use 2 of these little superhero guys. They're not all that little. Oh, there we go. Like this and this. Maybe. I'm still going back and forth about whether I should cut. The banners are actually, they actually already are cut apart, but I don't like the colors with the yellow for those. But I think I'll do boom, wow, bam, maybe cool, hello, I'm awesome. So I'm trying to decide here, and I haven't mounted this down, whether that banner becomes, actually I think this is what I'm going to do, but these guys need to go up on foam tape. I'm just not loving the colors of this with the yellow for some reason. That's just a personal thing. That's not, there's no right or wrong here. So we'll get some foam tape on here. This guy's gonna have to do it too, and we'll have to be careful about peeling him up. I tend to cut this foam tape apart a lot. Okay, so if we have that sitting there, I do need to journal on here yet. And maybe a piece of red tape or something, and I do have this little superhero sticker that would work. Oh, that would be cute. So Harmony suggested doing this super in one and the hero in another. I think it's the orange that's bothering me, actually. The other thing is, honestly, you guys, this is such a big piece here. I think this should be my title, because when I started talking about this picture, I said the thing I loved about it is how great he is at this age, and just sort of, you know, he can wear a superhero cape and he doesn't care. And I think that would be kind of a cool take on this, to just kind of always like be yourself and do the things you enjoy. That's what I'll journal about. So I think I'm going to leave that superhero banner off and use this as my title, just because I think it goes with the sentiment of what I want to do here. Sometimes that stuff happens as we're going. Not that there's a bad, I think that is a cute idea to do that in different fonts. Okay, I'm going to be really careful here. And I managed to do it. Fortunately, that wasn't too sticky. Let's get that figured out here. This needs to narrow up just a little bit. And I own scissors, so that's good. we'll see how much I do. And I do want to look for maybe some, I'm going to try to cover a lot of that chair there. It was not the best way to, wasn't the easiest thing to get those done. So I was looking for border strips, Kristen. Yeah, I think, more yellow. Just thinking about what I have here that I could use. I do have tons of washi. I do not have a shortage of washi. Kind of like that. I do sort of like this too. Of course, now I want 2 of them though. This is one of those stickers. You know how some of the companies don't like to make, ooh, okay, liking that. I think I like it because it brings in some of the aqua. Okay, this needs to, I don't think I have this completely straight here. It's okay, we're gonna just cut it off. I need to move the sticker just slightly because it's not truly 12 by 12 to each side here. And I keep getting it just off a little bit. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you get into a page and you find an embellishment and that can drive your journaling and that kind of stuff. So that's why I like that. So like that. Maybe a little bit of red. I do have some red with this piece. So let's see what that looks like. That's from A Boy's Life, Echo Park, A Boy's Life. It's going to be a little distressed compared to the other piece. I know, I don't get what, and here I'm running into it here, because this is not 12 by 12. I think it borders it okay, though. I'm going to leave it. And I like that narrow red with this red. So this is A Boy's Life. Okay, you guys, are you back? Sorry. I had my cell data turned off on my phone, so that should not have happened. Sorry. Hopefully you're back. Okay, Harmony, you're back. Great. I don't know why that did that. It should not have, because I turned it off. So let me just get this repositioned. Okay, back. Sorry, you guys, because that happened, was that last week or the week before? I'm also going to have to tell the boyfriend that don't call me on Friday nights between 7 and 8:30. I think he knows now, though, that because he didn't call back. So I think he knows. Okay. Harmony's saying the connection is cranky. Is it better now? Mine looks okay. So, all right. So sorry, you guys. Frustrating. Okay, there's the bad part to having a boyfriend. Is he calls you. So I have to say, if I'm home, don't call me between 7 and 8. I asked him a question about something we're going to do tomorrow, and I think he's trying to answer. So, anyway. Okay, so Harmony says she's, Harmony says that she's refreshed and things are good now. So, again, I apologize. I know my cell data is turned off, so that should not have happened. Not quite sure why it did. So, okay. So, back. And now, in the midst of that, I think I've lost my little guy there. Oh no. Let me see if I can find him. I do have another one if I have to. Because I don't see him. Fortunately, actually, I probably have way more than one. All right, I'm just going to grab another one. So All right, let me grab the other blue version of that guy, so we don't have to wait. So, all right, so Harmony refreshed. It's all good. Fortunately, I tapped and I waited, so we didn't have to restart the whole feed, because that would have been not so much fun. I'm just gonna have to remind him, if it's a Friday night, don't call me between 7:30 and 8, or between 7 and 8:30. It's one thing I don't like about my phone, is that it will interrupt the feed. Yeah, my superhero flew away. Yes, it did. Let's hope I find him. I'm sure, like, he's probably stuck to something, or he's under a chair. I don't see him, but fortunately, I have 2 of these books, and which means there's 4 of these guys. So I'm just gonna grab him and put him up here. And I'm gonna add him up here. You know where he is? He was hiding underneath. Harmony, listen, boyfriend, us parties know how to party on a Friday night. Correct. We're partying. Okay, so I can write journaling here, or I can put something up here. Let's figure out what's going up here. If I want to do, because there's this cute little superhero guy. So there's that one. There's also this superhero sticker, which I kind of like for under here. But now he needs to be raised up a little bit. Let's see. Let's see if I can get the superhero under here so you can read it. Decently, so it doesn't look too goofy. Okay, I think that works. There we go. The problem is I was seeing a little bit of the yellow. I'm going to add him up there with that sticker. This guy's the same guy, so I could put him up there. He could join live and see how much fun we are. He has not watched one of my videos yet, so... So, Harmony, you're too funny. Harmony said that my little guy who got lost for a second said, she said that his superpower is invisibility. This is kind of a nice one. It says, life is one great adventure with you. I like that. It is a great adventure with him. And I could, I'm trying to decide, do I want to just journal here, or do I want, I like to have my journals centered on something. I also have these, like this BAM. To spread a little red love around. And now these colors that are here are, here we got the cool. Kind of like the BAM cool. I could pop a little, let me see what I have in red. Otherwise I can maybe journal there. It's been a while since I've used my LA Studio Tickets here. I think my red is in another thing. Let's see. Ooh, I have a big piece of red one here. I actually kind of like that. Let me cut these little corners off. I don't think I want to do it up here. I like this up there because it takes up a little space, but I think I like this down there. I'm totally, when I talk to him a little bit later, Cynthia gonna tell him that you guys suggested that maybe he join us. Okay, yeah, I'm liking the way that looks. So let's get that down. And then it kind of pulls all this in together. There. Okay. Cool beans, as they say. Okay, so far so good. I think I'm just going to leave this stick, although I could pop it up. And I'd like putting it on an edge there. Let's pop it up with some foam tape. I think that will be good. Oh, I didn't get the "Don't Grow Up, It's a Trap" sticker on here, and I may not, because that might be way too many words. Although it could come under here too. I'm not loving that red circle so much. The more I look at it, the less I like it. Okay, so there's that. Let's see what we think, because I think this I could pull out fairly easily. Let's try this and see. Don't grow up, it's a trap. It's hard to get, yeah, it's going to be hard to do that. I think it's too many words. I like it. And this guy, I almost feel like I need a different color over here or something else. So I'm going to put this one back. Okay, so Harmony's wondering what the Harry Potterish one is. Let's go back. I'll grab it. Yeah, it is kind of Harry Potterish. So this is Once Upon a Time by Echo Park. Harmony, it's from 2017. It says things like Lost Boys Rule, so this is probably not as Harry Potterish as I thought it was. But you could make this work. It's probably more Peter Pan, actually. But Grand Adventures Ahead. There's books on here. That kind of stuff. So probably more story tale. Lost Boys Never Grow Up here. But it has some, things like, I don't know what those are, like banners and that kind of stuff. So you might be able to use it. So use that and other stuff, right? Okay, so trying to find something for him. I do have these words yet, too. Don't want to forget that. Boom. Not loving that with that here. I'm going to try wow. I don't want to bring in the khaki color, craft color. That's the thing. And I think that's why I was having a hard time with this, is the brown plus the black I didn't love. I do love the Hello, I'm Awesome. Maybe this Fabulous would work here. Too blue. Too much blue right there. I might end up back with the circle again. That speech bubble. I think I'm going to add this little red speech bubble, but hide it a little bit here. And I can add the date. Pick this up just a little bit so you don't know it's a speech bubble. Okay, so now we have red here, like that. Another speech bubble there, but just not. Might end up going back to this. Just feels like too many words, but I have to cut that off if I do it. Let's see, is there another circle here that would work? But it almost needs to be just a plain circle. Maybe I could do some red. Or maybe just a small sticker here. Like imagination. It's a little long here. Let's see. There's lots of things here. So much fun. King of cute. So true. Good times. Friends forever. My hero. I think I'm going to do that. Because that's kind of cute. And it's small. There we go. That works for me. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. Harmony said she thought the red circle would be better backed in white. I think it would have been okay somewhere else. I don't have any words here. Let me look and see if there's anything small that I can put in there. That superhero, amazing. Let's see, do we like a little green? I think that's gonna just look funny. I think it's too much. Yeah. I think we're just gonna leave it as is. There is a big heart, and he does have a big heart. There's like fun and dream. Let's see, fun. Maybe fun would work. I will get a little black and white in here. Need my there we go. I think I'll just add that in there. That brings in kind of the black and white from over here. Okay, what else do we need? I think we need some, yeah, I think Harmony, the more I think about that, the more I think you're right about back. If I had done it on this layout, it would have been better backed in white to provide a little bit of contrast there. So, and now we have words. Works for me. There are 4 areas of embellishment, but they surround the photo, and I think really I'm kind of looking at this as one together. You know, guys, how I like that diagonal from the top to the bottom of the page? That's what's going on here for sure. Now, I think we need some enamel dots. Just trying to decide what color I'm going to use here. Definitely not pink, which is what I pulled out. There's a little silver. I wonder if that might be kind of interesting. Ooh, enamel stars. Ooh, I'm oohing because I think I have some little black and white ones somewhere. All right. I have hot pink. I've got red. Let's do these. Just because I have a ton of them. And this one I'm going to let take up quite a bit of that because I really just need to get the date on there. Enamel stars was a great idea. Actually, I have stars in the colors from this collection too. I really wanted to do it, but let's just scatter red. Trying to think, and I have lots of different options here, so that's kind of nice. And then I think I'll join those 2 pieces there. Let's grab another red one up here. It's an opportunity to use up a ton of these stars, which I think is excellent. And maybe another little one down here. Excellent idea, Harmony. You guys have been great tonight with lots of good ideas. Used up that border strip before. One in, oh, that would be cute. Let's see. I think I'm losing it in the O. I'm gonna pop it back over here. Just kind of put it on the edge, and then I need a couple up here. And maybe not too big. Might change this one so this one's little. We're gonna change that so it's little. Yeah, I do use a lot of stars and hearts as well. They tend to be pretty neutral, aren't they? Okay. Cool beans. Boy, we just used 12 stars from this package of Bella Boulevard stars. And this is an older product, but I think it is I don't know, it doesn't say, but it's newer to me though than that old one. Okay, so, oh, you guys, thanks for your help on this one too. Loving, loving, loving it. And it felt good. It feels so good to be scrapbooking some different pictures because I've been looking at the same pictures for quite a bit. So let's look at the two, because we definitely have two very different layouts here tonight, just in the fact that the whole boys and girls thing here. So there's M number 2, M number 3. Should go this way because she's looking. It bothers me when they're looking some, a way. So yeah. Oh, love the way both of them turned out, and just kind of figuring this out. And I love this little title that I'll be able to kind of, that'll be my jumping off journaling point. Like I said, he's at such a great age, but so is she. So is the almost little brother. M number 4 will be 2 at the end of the month, which that is freaky to think that. And then to think that my oldest grandson is 8 is crazy. And he's at a great age because he understands so much. So anyway, so there you go. All right, you guys. So I know for sure I will not be live next Friday night because I have some plans with some friends. But I will be live at some point during the weekend, most likely on Sunday, is what I'm thinking. So Kristen said there's a graduation parade going through town. That's cool. That's really neat. So anyway, so look for me probably on Sunday, but hit your notification bell and it'll let you know when I'm going live. And thanks you guys for following me through or hanging in there a little bit until the feed came back up. So like I said, I'll have a little talk about, text me, don't call me on Friday nights between 7 and 8:30, and I'll let you know if I can talk. So anyway, you guys, it was great to see you. Hopefully I'll get my photos up in my scrapbook room this weekend, and then when I do my walkthrough, I'll definitely do a live to do it. So that'll be kind of funny. Airplane. Oh, Kristen, maybe that's what the problem was. I think I had my cell data turned off. I didn't have it in airplane mode. That's what it was. I lost my he won't get Scrappy scolded. I'll just, hey, this is what I do. He's not used to that yet. So anyway, Kristen, thank you for that. That's actually worth it because I turned my cell data off instead of putting it in airplane mode. And I always put it in airplane mode, but it's one of the things that's weird because I didn't scrapbook on Friday nights for about a month. I totally have lost my head. So I know you're kidding, Harmony. I know you are. So look at this. I'm writing this down, airplane mode, and I'm putting it on my stand in front of me so I don't forget to do that and what I'm supposed to be doing. Thank you for helping this crazy 57-year-old. Although you are 57, or something very close to it anyway. All right, you guys. Again. Oh, Kristen, that's fun. Hey, Kristen, what's your channel? So pop it in the comments there, and then I'll tell everybody what it is. So we'll advertise people who have channels, because I think that's always nice to give other scrapbookers some love. So, all right. Got that. I keep putting the airplane mode thing, and now I have this cute little superhero guy that I'm gonna have to probably take the foam tape off of. So, oh, Kristen, I do have your, I'm pretty sure I'm a subscriber of yours. So Kristen's channel is Kristen Crafts, you guys. It's Kristin. If you're looking for another person to follow. So, all right, you guys, have a great night. It was fun hanging out with you guys tonight, and I'm gonna go call the boyfriend and tell him not to call me anymore between 7 and 8:30. So hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Bye, everybody.